one of your priorities in terms of enforcing the laws against illegal foreign nationals?
Yes, Senator, I've been in a courtroom my entire career, and
Kennedy asks Attorney General Pam Bondi to simply agree that illegal immigration is illegal. Her answer, and what comes next, gets right to the heart of the national debate.
Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General, when you took over the Department of Justice and started going through all of the grants under your predecessor, did you find any that, in your opinion, constituted a waste of taxpayer money?
yes, Senator, I don't have those specifically in front of me, but yes, Senator, there were many, and we are now going through those grants one by one. We are going through each of those grants because at the Department of Justice, we have a very obviously unique function in public safety. I will never let a grant be cut that's hurting women, victims of sexual assault, children, law enforcement officers. So we will look at those, each grant individually, to see what is fluff, what is DEI, no longer at the Department of Justice, and what are viable grants. And that money will go where it should go to protect victims of crime and our law enforcement officers.
That's your job, isn't it?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And you're doing that because it's your job.
Yes,
right?
Senator.
Okay. Some people say that you're being overly mean and unfair to foreign nationals who are in our country illegally. Would you care to address that?
I don't think I've been called mean recently, but
No, you've been called worse.
I was going to say probably a lot worse.
Yeah.
We will do everything in our power to get the illegal aliens out of our country who are committing crimes in our country. I have met with way too many family members who are parents, mothers, whose children have been murdered and raped by illegal aliens in our country. If that's mean, then I want to be as mean as I can be.
I mean,
because we're going to get them out of our country and we're going to protect Americans.
We can agree, can we not, that legal immigration is legal?
Absolutely.
Okay. And we can agree, can we not, that illegal immigration is illegal?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. If you don't like the statutes with respect to illegal immigration, you can change them. But if you enforce them, as Congress has directed you to do, you're not being mean, you're just doing your job, aren't you?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. When you prosecute someone who's in our country illegally, not necessarily for a criminal matter, but just to enforce our immigration laws, are you careful to afford them due process?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And would you consider that to be one of your priorities in terms of enforcing the laws against illegal foreign nationals?
Yes, Senator. I've been in a courtroom my entire career, and due process will be afforded.
Okay.
And the laws of this country will be enforced.
Could it be that some of the people who are criticizing you simply think that illegal immigration shouldn't be illegal?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we will protect Americans. We will protect American families. We will protect these mothers of lost children who are murdered by illegal aliens. We will protect the widow of the trooper who was run down by an illegal alien and left a baby at home.
Let me stop you a second, General. I'm going to run out of time. Could it be that some of the people who are criticizing you, saying you're mean and otherwise for enforcing the law, believe that that we should have open borders. They believe that anyone should be able to come into and out of the United States whenever they want to. Could that be the motivation for that?
It could be, Senator.
Could it be that some of the people who are opposed to you think that by just allowing everybody to come into our country who wants to could help them in terms of winning elections? Could that be part of their motivation?
Well, Donald Trump won by an overwhelming majority. He won the electoral and the popular vote by an overwhelming majority, and he made it crystal clear to all Americans that he was going to close our borders and keep Americans safe. So they're running on the wrong platform.
That's what the law requires, right?
That's the law.
And you're just enforcing the law, is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks.
I will continue to.
Welcome back. This exchange is built almost entirely around a rhetorical technique Kennedy uses often. Strip a complicated debate down to a series of simple, hard-to-dispute agreements, then build the real argument on top of that foundation. He starts with DOJ grant reviews, getting Bondi to confirm she's found wasteful spending under her predecessor and is working through them individually, protecting funding tied to victims of crime and law enforcement, while cutting what she characterizes as fluff and DEI-related spending. That's the setup, establishing her as someone doing methodical, defensible work rather than making arbitrary cuts. Then the pivot to immigration, and this is where the technique really shows. Kennedy gets Bondi to agree, step by step. Legal immigration is legal, illegal immigration is illegal, and enforcing the laws Congress passed isn't mean, it's just doing the job. Once those agreements are on the record, the criticism she's faced for being mean to illegal immigrants starts to look, in this framing, like disagreement with the underlying law rather than genuine concern about her enforcement style. The most pointed moment is when Kennedy asks whether critics might actually believe in open borders and whether allowing broad immigration could serve a political motivation around elections. Bondi's answer, "It could be," is a significant admission for her to make on the record, whatever your view of the underlying claim. This is a technique worth recognizing in any political interview. Breaking a complex, emotionally charged issue into small factual agreements can make the eventual conclusion feel almost inevitable, regardless of how contested the actual policy debate is underneath. That's rhetorically effective television, whether or not it fully captures the nuance of immigration policy. Where do you land on this exchange? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more breakdowns of how these hearings actually work.